Hello and welcome back to Betrayal on the Trail. When we last saw our heroes, they had bested the gang of monsters that had stolen a wagon worth of weaponry, and they had taken their leader to interrogate. Using a mix of Zone of Truth and Detect Thoughts, the group learned that these weapons were being stolen from the Forgotten Legion, and were being taken to a camp up north to be picked up at a later date. They also learned that the person who went by the name of D is actually a tiefling woman named Devotion. And the final fact they uncovered was about the dragon who attacked a Crucium. According to the Hobgoblin, there was once a dragon named Daraxia, which the old champion slayed in combat. However, it apparently flies again. Deeming this to be all the information the party could gather from the Hobgoblin, Cabal sent 3 away and then killed the Hobgoblin. After a short debate between Marie and Cabal on the ethics of how Cabal killed the creature, the rest of the party caught up with 3 to free the dwarf. And so, we find our adventurers resting up after their last altercation. So you guys all reconvene around your carriage, Arabella setting up an alarm, and take about an hour to just patch yourselves up, recover, rest up. It is a, relatively peaceful rest. You occasionally get alerted to just the sound of some kind of curious travellers walking a bit too close to the carriage and all that, but there's nothing outwardly hostile within the proximity.
Okay.
So when we got directions to this camp at the north, and we were just told it was in the north.
I would say because you got your insight about it through Detect Thoughts, you don't know the precise direction, you don't know exactly where it is. You know it's to the north, but you also know it's in a clearing to the north. Arabella kind of got a general image of it. A clearing that has had a few stolen carriages turned on their side in order to make a sort of shoddy perimeter wall around this small camp.
Right. Oh, so if it's made of wagons, there must be a road to actually drive most of the wagon to get most of the way.
There at least must be some kind of track.
What do we...
I think I'll set us going.
Yeah.
No, they'd be like...
What do we say when we get there? Are we just gonna... is Devotion in?
We have an appointment. You're right, we should come up with a plan. I got nothing.
I was expecting a bit more than that. Yeah, I have no idea either. I guess,
I mean, I could potentially go in as a small beast, or through a small beast even. We could potentially get the lay of the land, see if we can glean anything interesting.
yeah. I mean, I haven't hopped up any walls in a while either. I can peer in through some chimneys or something.
Yeah, maybe we should be covert.
Yeah, but I'm naturally quite lithe.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not.
I feel like the further we take the wagons, the more likely we will meet their representatives who will come for our wagon. Potentially, if they came for this, if they came for that dwarf's.
Are we getting ourselves ambushed and then we use them to find out where the camp is? Is that what you meant?
Maybe, more just that we must be on our guard, as we won't know exactly where it is. But
Yeah,
as we get closer to it, we're more likely to encounter their scouts or other goblins.
So we should probably hide the cart somewhere and not come by horse. Once we're a bit closer. I think Devotion's probably not our friend. This is the impression that I'm getting.
We could just go in. Honestly, we just want answers, right?
What exactly do we want answers about?
Well, just why they sent us on this quest together and why they've had their fingers in our pies since the beginning.
Do you know enough about us all before we even did to bring us together?
Yeah, and I want to know why the note that they gave me was so dang as well.
I also want to know. I'm just worried about us getting ourselves into like a combat situation that we're not equipped to handle. I don't think we should talk to D. I think like Kaval could send in an animal, and potentially Marie and 3 could go in like stealthily and scout things out. I think we should avoid actually talking to anyone there. We should just maybe get an idea of what's going on.
I like that plan. Yeah.
Do we have a plan if it all goes really, really badly?
Run.
Run away.
And then we do.
Okay.
Righto.
And I'll set us heading off northerly then.
Yeah, cool. So the trail itself leading from Hagar to Crucium kind of heads easternwards for now. To the north is mostly forest, so what I would require is perception checks to see if you can find a path that a carriage could take to head north.
That's a really good one.
That's gonna be a natural one.
22.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
I got 21.
Yeah, amazing. So Cabal's completely oblivious to everything, despite being the one manning the carriage. But Marie and Arabella from the back, you see moving through the forest, there is an ever so narrow little opening between the trees. And in it you can see very light tracks from wheels. You would assume that would be where, if possible, they would have led their carriages through.
Should we find somewhere to stash our carriage and then go and check it out?
Alright.
Yeah, can I'll. Is there a place to park up, like near where I could with a bush?
I mean,
Can't really
If
put a
you-
wagon in a bush. Can you?
Can try.
if you're wanting to just leave it, you can just leave it anywhere. It's open road by forest. You can kind of duck it in somewhere. But if you want to hide it, I would require maybe a survival check to find a good place in this forest.
I can do that. I'm good at survival. 12 plus 18.
Yeah, amazing. You manage to find a little bit of ground that kind of goes downwards. It's kind of like a little drop in a hill. And at the top of that hill has a nice little bushy area, so behind it completely disappear.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I suppose we'll start heading up the concealed path.
We doing it stealthily? We gonna stealthily?
Yeah.
We should, right?
Always.
Yeah.
Cool.
14.
Well, 12, because I didn't get pretty good stealth as far as it goes. I rolled a
Nice.
6.
What one? I just woke up, okay?
The train leading up, it's pretty difficult. There's a lot of already crushed twigs, kind of like that have been destroyed by carriages moving up and down. So there's a heavy crunch as you move your way northward. You manage to get into a certain proximity where, in the distance, you can see the smoke of some kind of campfire to the north, and you can see through this very narrow, open clearing way a bunch of turned over carriages, like I described, creating a wall around very small, rudimentary camp. And you see 2 goblins standing to attention at the mouth of this camp. And one, I don't even need to do a perception check. We got a natural 1. I'll see if they both roll a natural 1 to see if...
Yes, please.
Oh, you'll never guess it. So they both stand to attention, kind of looking directly at 3. They pull out crossbows from their back and are just like, don't you dare come another step closer.
I'm gonna stop. Just kind of slowly put my hands up. It's okay. We're not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Abort.
One of the goblins is going to lean over to the other one and be like, "This one's surprisingly good at following instructions. Lay down and die."
I mean, I can do the first bit.
Okay, that'll be enough for now. We'll work on the second bit in a minute.
I'll just kind of like slowly glance back to where the others are, and then just kind of drop down on the ground and lie down.
Oh yeah.
Have they seen all of us or just 3?
I'll say they'll have also seen Arabella with her
with the
loudy stealth roll as well. Yeah, but the other 2 still kind of shrouded by the shadows of trees and stuff. They're gonna look over to Arabella as well then and be like, "Alright, now you! Lie down also, please, and thank you."
Oh, my joints don't work the way they used to. Don't ask me to get on the floor.
Could I try and sidle, like, if they've been spotted, could I try and, like, sidle away and see if I can position myself, like, to like, flank them or get behind them if their attention is now, like, on them?
Can I hop up through a couple of trees? There are trees nearby, assumedly.
Yeah.
I'd like to hop between a few trees and like with my climbing.
Alright, yeah, I'd want another stealth check from you both now that they're kind of looking towards the party, but I'll do it with advantage, seeing as they're preoccupied with taking on the other 2 members.
19.
15.
Sweet, yeah. Marie, you managed to get up into the trees before they notice, kind of blending in slightly with the colours of the forest. Cabal, you just sidestep through the forest and circle around to the back of them. One of them is going to lean across the other and just be like, "Inside, let the others know." And one's going to kind of like peel off and head.
How close are we?
It's about 65-ish. Kibal's much closer.
Right, I see.
How close are they to each other at the point before they
were kind of like 10 foot apart, yeah.
Okay, alright.
Can I cast sleep on them?
Of course you can, yeah.
I'll cast it at 2nd level.
It's big dice sleep, I think.
It's many dice.
Yeah.
How many are you casting it on? Just the 2?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think 3 was angling for a dice of sleep so you get further naps.
Oh, yeah. I can hit you as well if you want 3. That's 33 points. I like targeting the one that was leaving first.
The one leaving, he's like, "Alright, got it, brother," and then like just does a mighty yawn and just falls face first into the ground. The other one is like, "What the hell are you doing?" before like dropping backwards and falling asleep right next to him. Yeah, they're both down for the count, and it doesn't look like anyone has noticed.
Right, let's drag them into the... I had to drag them into the tree
I'm gonna slowly kind of stand back up, my hands still above my head, and then just slowly...
Guns down now!
I mean, that's fairly convenient that they just were all so tired. I mean, it's been a long day for everyone, I suppose.
Yeah, wasn't that weird? You know, when I started chanting, did you think it was fun?
I was fixated on not getting shot.
I'll hop down from my tree and just kind of help out with the bodies.
Yeah, cool.
Where are we gonna put them?
That's a good question, right?
Start picking up some leaves and just kind of like burying them.
Should we tie them to a tree so that when they wake up they can't go anywhere?
Do you know how long they'll be asleep for, or is it just...
A minute. We have 1 minute. Let's tie them to a tree.
Oh shit.
They're already stirring.
Yeah.
I'll pull out some rope and just kind of hand it to whoever has a goblin.
Yeah, I'll help out with that.
Yeah, yes, I will too.
Cool. So with your powers combined, you managed to tie 2 goblins to a tree.
They might be loud when they wake up.
I was gonna say, do we have something to gag them with? Anyone got like some spare fabric?
3, you have that Faerun Gladeweaver dress-up outfit, and I gave you.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
You could use. I don't have any spare clothes.
I'll just dejectedly pull out the
No,
Weaver dress-up outfit.
You don't have to if you don't want to. No, you do, because they'll give away our positions and we'll die.
The goblins are starting to start yawn.
I'll hand the outfit to Cabal.
So I'll take the outfit. I'll take my baseball cap from my thing, and I'll stuff one into each of their mouths.
Oh yeah. They wake back up and they seem shocked, but they're just like they can't do anything.
I'm just gonna smile at them.
That's
right.
creepy.
I'm gonna look for an animal.
And I'm gonna wander off and look for a suitable try and to buy an animal so that I don't have to summon one.
I'm gonna go and look for an animal.
Make an animal handling check, I suppose, to coast a nice animal over.
That's 19.
Yeah, sweet. You see a beautiful family of red squirrels, very rare to this area, scurrying around the place, playing, jumping around. One's climbing up a tree. They're just a happy family.
Oh, no.
I don't know why I'm rewarding your high roll with this.
Can you spell guilt trip?
Fine, you see a dejected vole.
Right. Okay, I will look at the agile family of squirrels, and I will call out to them
Jerome, Jerome, I don't look.
and then in Sylvan, I will cast my animal friendship spell.
Yeah.
With Cabal's normal Sylvan bellow of beast, you're in my thrall. On one of them, and the beast needs to make a wisdom saving throw. DC is 14.
That's a 9.
Right, you're my friend now.
So anyone witnessing would see a family of beautiful squirrels start one climbs up and stands on his hand while the rest kind of gather around him in a circle.
It could be on a greetings card. It's a beautiful woodland moment, and then you get closer and he is like,
"You are a soldier. Your job."
Cool. So I'm gonna say
right, you're gonna go in there, keep yourself unseen. I'm gonna scout around. What we're looking for.
I'm doing this in my beast speech.
Yeah.
Sylvan.
What we're looking for are leaders of authority. Those with the patricians. The strongest, the ones in charge. We want to hear what they say, but don't worry, I'll be able to hear through you. And any points of interest. If it looks like they've got large piles of shiny things, gold or silver, just have a good look. Right. And then, come back after probably, I'd say, an hour. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to be a handler anymore. Right. Go.
And as he does that, I'll put my hand on him, and that one's not concentration, so I can't do it. I'm going to cast Beast Sense and warg into the squirrel. So I can't control it with this, but I can see it. And thanks to the animal friendship spell, it will do what I've told it to do. So it is going to go and be our little squirrel drone and be our eyes and ears in the Legion's camp.
Yeah, so
Are you Cabal deaf though? And can you
I am
see?
deaf and blind
Right.
here, so I will need at least one of you guys to watch me.
Okay.
Which I think I'll probably say at a slightly louder than normal speaking volume.
By the way, everybody, I'm now deaf and blind, so I'm gonna slowly.
He's still like holding his hand up here with his eyes. He's like,
I'm gonna try and sit down.
Cabal can't speak
I'm
properly as well because he keeps hearing what he's saying through a squirrel.
I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Can I see if there are any like decent like vantage points that I can kind of like climb up
Yeah.
and just kind of see over into the to just kind of get a layout of it as well, just as like a bird's eye.
Yeah, so the because the walls of this place are purely made with carriages, they're not that high up, so you don't really have an issue getting in a tree and being able to see it over. Like I say, it's extremely rudimentary. There's only about 3 tents set up in this place. You see quite a few goblins mingling around the area. A few of them just kind of on general guard duty walking around the place. Quite a few of them are sorting out weapons. They seem to be putting them into specific piles, like each specific type of them. And then you see a few hobgoblins sat around a table playing cards. And deeper in, you see a few chained up wargs. The squirrel, however, does a little salute goodbye to the party, climbs down, says goodbye to all its loved ones in the area, and pat them back, and squirms. I'm gonna find a way to kill this squirrel. Squirms its way.
Time is money, beast. Let's go.
It squeezes its way through a little gap within the carriage wall, starts making its way around the place. Pretty much same deal as before, but you manage to squeeze your way into the tents as well. You do see the main tent, which seems to be for a leader or something like this. There's a very nice tapestry in the back. Seems to be the kind of landscape of Tramia with the dragon flying overhead it. You also do see a small pile of multiple types of coins, plus a strange arrow at the side of the pile. The arrow is it's a pretty normal one, but the head of it is kind of jagged like a lightning bolt, and it sparks with blue electricity.
Man, I'm gonna be describing that, and while I'm checking my abilities to see if I can give it instructions. No, I'm not. I'm not telepathic. I'm not telepathically linked with it. I can't pretend that I am. It's one way.
Oh, I should have told it to steal anything that it could, but then that could have caused further problems. Anyway, there's a very cool electric arrow thing. Looks nice, and some coins.
How many goblins? How many beings in this camp?
So there's there's 3 hobgoblins. There's about 5 wargs all chained up, and you count maybe 15 goblins running about the place, maybe more.
There's not. I mean, there's not that many of them.
The squirrel is currently in like the main tent with the tapestry. Right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There's nobody in there at present?
Not at present, no.
Oh man, I told it to come back after an hour. Wait, no, I only have beast sense up to an hour. If it stayed there overnight, it wouldn't make any difference.
That's the rule. If you don't get back to you in an hour, you stay trapped in the squirrel.
Some, like shit quantum leap.
Yeah.
So I will say, while you're taking all this in, something else will happen. Also, I should note, there are 2 entrances to this area. Both of them were guarded by goblins. One of them obviously isn't anymore, but a further north entrance still is. And you all feel slight vibrations in the earth after a while of Cabal being down and out. And the squirrel runs out, pokes his head out the tent, and you see coming from the north entrance an Etin, a two-headed giant creature.
Uh-oh.
Moves its way into the camp, leans down, starts inspecting the weapons, kind of peers over to the hobgoblins like, "This them?" And the hobgoblin's like, yeah, go on, hurry up, and starts rounding them up.
Right, that Etin's there, everyone. Remember that? Remember Chekhov's Etin that was mentioned before? He's back.
We should have done that side quest when we could.
Well, we could still get paid for it.
Remind me where we first heard about the Etin?
From Janna's jerkwad brother. He offered us a chance to kill it for lots of gold. But fortunately, that conversation was so passive-aggressive that I reckon we can kill it, go back to him and say, "We did accept. You just weren't listening properly. Give us several thousand gold."
I mean, shit.
I'm willing to give it the old college try. I mean, maybe not in the camp.
I mean, if we remain stealthy, I'll look at 3. Then potentially we can get the kind of like maybe we can get the drop on it.
Looking up a bit more now. I'll try.
Realistically, gang, do we want to fight an Etin and an entire gang of goblins?
Well, I mean, I was still up for the option of just explaining to them that all we want is some answers, and then we'll be out of their hair. But apparently, they weren't game for that.
She's not here at the moment, though.
Well, yes, but we could still. I mean, maybe the Etin knows something.
As Therese says, surely the Etin knows something, you watch as the Etin argues with its other head over which arm gets to pick up the weapons today.
He's a tactical mastermind.
Yeah, like I'm sure he does know things, he's probably just not going to be super willing to tell us those things.
I don't think he's got a reason to tell us other than us threatening him with his life, and even then, that's going to be quite difficult to do.
Yeah, he's like.
I mean, as I can see him talking to argue with himself, I'll be like,
"No, this guy, he's not in charge. This guy's the weapon. He's not the. He doesn't know anything, but he's the thing they're pointing at things."
Based on that.
Squirrel Cam still hasn't picked up who's in charge. I think it's one of the hobgoblins, but we're still looking. This tapestry really is lovely.
Either way, I'd expect someone in there to know something about devotion.
We can always take these goblins that we've tied up with us and interrogate them.
Or we could just ask them.
But to do that, we'd have to take the gag off, and then they'd probably start screaming.
They have no reason to not scream.
Then we can solve that problem.
We've killed a lot of things today. I'd rather, like...
What if we took them really far away?
That's what I just suggested.
Well, I'm up for that plan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your vote of confidence, 3.
Okay, I'll second that plan. So it feels the least dangerous, but...
Should we retrieve Cabal?
I'm starting to want the squirrel to come back. You know,
the squirrel's made its way into the next over 10, which is like a food one, and it started like gathering up a few berries. Like,
oh man, come on, you're on the clock.
And it's gonna make a bold run across the camp back towards you, holding all these berries in its arms.
Alright.
Alright, do I need to make a dex? Do I need to make an athletics or acrobatics check for this animal to do this? I'm not in charge of it.
Yeah,
I'm just a passive observer. I'm not rolling shit. I just get to experience it first person, nightmarishly.
So it goes full Metal Gear Solid on this scenario again. Like back against the 10, like sidestepping its way around. It kind of runs under the Etin's feet and through a little gap in the carriages and back out towards you and just drops a bunch of little berries at your feet.
Very good. As I see myself, I'll dismiss beast sense. I'll take one of the berries and eat it. And then be like,
Right, gang, I don't know if you were listening. There's an Etin.
Hey, we heard.
It's remarkably... Oh. Right. Is there... I'm glad you were listening. Is there a plan?
Yeah, we were thinking rather than engaging in combat, we take these two goblins we've got tied up and we take them far enough away we could take the gags off and we interrogate them instead. I don't think they're going to know anything more than the other one.
No, I agree.
But I also don't want to fight a Etin in a camp of goblins.
I mean, did you want to fight? Did you want to pursue the camp further, Cabal?
There's a few things of interest in there. The problem is that now there are a lot of goblins, a few hobgoblins, and an Etin.
And wolves, right?
And wargs, yes, apologies. There are a few things of interest in there. I'll be honest with you. My biggest concern might be the Etin. Because what Frampton's secret keeper, or whatever his name was, Janna's brother, was to be believed. This thing is dangerous, and I know it's already been a long morning, but it was only a few hours ago that we were talking about maybe doing the right thing. I know we got a dragon on the go, but
we could, it sounded like it was doing a pickup, right? We could loop around the camp and go further up the path that it came down and try and ambush it on its own or with less goblins.
Agreed. I think taking it on inside there would be folly.
And if we just take it on 1-on-1 or 4-on-1, then I mean we might be able to talk to it.
We could try 3, but it was talking to itself and not very well.
Okay.
There is a chance that it's doing a pickup and then exiting the way that we've just come. So I mean, it's a risk going up north because it might go out the other way. But worst comes to worst, we might find where it came from.
I mean, if you wanted to take the goblins away, one of us could. I mean, don't want to split us up or anything, but I could stay behind and just see which way the Etin goes when it does go.
I'm
in the trees.
I'm not sure taking the goblins anywhere will. I'm not sure what more we can learn from them.
Yeah. Okay.
We can leave them here. Someone will come looking for them eventually. They're not far from the entrance. So they'll get found.
I'm just thinking if the Etin comes this way and sees them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They're behind the tree line. Marie, from your vantage point up the tree earlier, could you see into the camp?
Yeah, fairly well, but just like on a bird's eye, could kind of get the lay of where they are and how they're milling about.
Were you able to see the northern entrance from where the Etin came? And if so, could you maybe position yourself there again?
Yeah. I mean I could do that.
That way, we don't need to take the gamble. We can
just follow it wherever it goes.
And if we're on the wrong side, we just scoot around the edge, the outside.
I like that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'll go up the tree, and just kind of I'm glad. Yeah, this feels right. I'm glad we're doing the right thing here. I'll hop up the tree and just kind of like stare at the north entrance until.
Yeah. So you watch as it takes a little while because the Etin is individually wrapping up these different piles of weapons. So goes to a bunch of long swords, wraps them up, puts underarm. Goes to some bows, wraps them up, puts them underarm. But eventually, he gets the whole lot done, bundled up in his arm, and begins heading to the north exit.
Kamal's like looking up at Marie, waiting for a signal. And as soon as he sees his north, he's like, "Oh, piss! Right, all right, let's go."
Right, are we gonna stealth around the edge of the camp then?
Yeah.
We're gonna catch this. We'll see how fast it's carrying a load of shit, isn't it? We might be able to catch up to it.
Yeah,
It's carrying a lot of stuff, and I doubt it'll be racing. I hope.
You hear it full sprint off into the...
Oh shit! I mean,
I would like to take the dash action.
if it does, oh, here we go.
Yeah, all right. I think we'll just keep like scooting.
Yeah.
Like skirting around the outside of it to try and track it where it leads from the north.
Yeah, I'd say you would be able to maybe kind of like split a bit more further into the forest so that you're out of the eye line of the goblins while heading northwards. So that you're not just skirting round to go in front of the second set of guards. And you manage to keep relative pace with this Etin, eventually catching up a little bit through the tree line. Because they are large, they are relatively fast even for their walking speed, but it's going pretty leisurely. It keeps having arguments with itself on the road and taking minutes to stand still and finish a dispute with itself. But you guys do manage to kind of catch up to it a little bit now that it's out of view of the camp.
Are we significantly far from the camp that, like, if we started screaming, it's probably not going to summon goblins?
Yeah, I assumed you would wait till you're out of a good distance.
That sounds good.
Alright, should we just surprise it? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's sweet.
Sounds good.
Alright, roll for initiative then.
Alrighty.
That's all the time we've got for this week's episode. But before you go, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave us a like if you like what you just saw, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on any of the adventure.